already videoed one video this morning. And now it's afternoon, so I'm dressed like this again, still wearing the same clothes. Emma Jane is down there in just a dress and no cardigan. Mum's got a hat on and a scarf on and a jumper and a little top on underneath. Whew. But Mama's feeling the cold today. Okay, so we're going to now video the Recaro. I think you're going to see that back to front. The Recaro Lexa Elite. And one of my viewers and friends, Kirsty, asked me how I like this in one of the other videos. And I love it. I'm so chuffed with, enthralled with it. I'm very, very pleased with everything about it. I mean, it folds up so small. Suffering with a bit of chest pain today, but I can lift it up. And I do have a problem lifting things sometimes, but I just want to show you. It's not that heavy. It's not that heavy to get in and out of the car, which is great. I've added this bit of fur on. It doesn't come in that bit of fur, but it also stands up by itself. Let me show you. Also stands up. There it is. Stands up all by itself. Ta-da! 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 I love it. I'm really chuffed with it. So I saw it. I went to John Lewis. Let me just tell you a bit of the backstory. I went to John Lewis. It was the 10th of January. Bit before that, from I think it was around my birthday time, and I was looking at the Bugaboo butterfly, and I could literally order that and it would come the next day, and it was a really nice colour green. I really liked it. I'm not sure if it was nearly £400, I think. And so I was like, I said, I really, had a look at it. When I first originally saw it at my friend Hannah's house, I didn't like it, Hannah, did I? And the reason I didn't like it is because there is a gap between where the hood goes and where the seat is a bit too big for me, for my liking. And so I didn't like it. And plus I didn't actually at the time like the look of it, how it looked. I had my heart set on the Bugaboo Bee. I absolutely wanted a Bugaboo Bee. And the butterfly, I think it's the butterfly, came and overtook the bee, came in place of the bee. They were stopped doing the bee. So, but the bee still commanded a lot of money secondhand. And I kick myself now that I should have bought one like years and years ago when I very first wanted it. And I kept saying, no, I don't want to spend that money. No, I don't want to spend. And the amount of money I've spent since then on pushchairs and that, because I've made do and I've not got the one I wanted, it's just ridiculous. But it says a lot about me and how, because Bugaboo Bee, when it first came out, was, years and years ago, and was a lot of money, and I was very much like, oh, I'm not spending all that on a doll. So I went ahead and bought lots of like lesser price, cheaper pushchairs and prams and things, and the only one I loved out of all of it was the one I bought from Mothercare, my red one that I had right at the beginning of my journey, and that was my favorite. But then I bought and then I had, after that, I had an Oyster Switch, which I loved. I truly loved that pram, but it broke, and you can't get Oyster Switch for love or money. That was absolutely brilliant. And with the camper that I had, that's okay, because I could open the side drawer. It didn't really matter what size of pushchair I had. I just lifted it up and put it in. The only time it mattered what size pushchair I had was when I went and stayed away, because then I'd need to pull the bed out, and the pushchair would need to go in the front, in the passenger seat. So it would need to be, whatever I took needed to be small enough to go in that area. And just checking there's no sun on Emma Jane's hair. because it does bleach the hair on the babies. And I've been very good at keeping their hair. I'm just going to move actually. Let's move you over here in the shade, dear. All right? Yeah, I know you want to play with your baby. And your bag from Auntie Linda. Auntie Linda, this bag that you sent for her. Well, Mummy packed us that. No, that's Frankie's pens, isn't it? It's Frankie's pens. Put them up there. Yes, we needed something then for when I stayed away. So I've gone through so many. And then I think it was last Christmas I was at Hannah's and she showed me her butterfly, her bugaboo bee. No, her bugaboo butterfly. And I was like, no, Hannah, I really want a bee. And then you can get a brand new bee for £450. Now, so I've been umming and ahhing since Christmas about getting that because that was the one I really, really wanted. And I couldn't find a decent second-hand one that would, because they are commanding a lot of money that I was willing to pay out for second-hand, you know, because they've had real babies in and I just didn't want that. And I know I'm wittering on, but I want to give you the backstory. So I think it was my birthday on the Wednesday, the Wednesday or the Thursday, the 10th of January anyway. And on the Monday, I was like, I'm going to have my own day out. I'm going to go to Cribs Causeway. Haven't been there for a very long time by myself and looked around. Me and Rebecca went at Christmas. And I thought, I'm going to go and have a look around. I hadn't done that in a very long time. So I went to John Lewis and had a look at the bugaboo bee. Yep, butterfly, the bugaboo butterfly. And I was so tempted. And the girl was like, you know, no pressure. You don't have to buy it. You don't have to buy it. It can come to you tomorrow. If you do, then yeah, go ahead. Go and have a coffee or whatever and think about it. Because in my mind, I'm still thinking, it's for a doll. It's for a doll. If it was Rebecca saying to me, Mum, I'd really like this Pushchair for Jack. I don't have enough money, but I really do like, I'd be like, right, we'll get it. Straight away, no issue. You know? So what if we had to have beans on toast for the rest of the month? I would get it for her, if you know what I mean, you know. But as I was walking out on the I don't have the video of that anymore. But as I was walking out through, I saw like a clearance area. I was like, let's do the ode Caroline, you know, the ode childhood Caroline who never had any money. Still got that brain inside me as well. Let's have a look in the clearance section, see what we find. Oh my God, that is where I saw the Recaro. All it said on it was half price, and all it said was damaged box. Didn't come with a rain cover, so I still don't have a rain cover for it yet. I can try some of the ones down the bottom, but I just haven't bothered yet. I haven't took it out in the rain. And I was like, oh, that looks okay, doesn't it? That looks kind of like the thing that'll fit in my little car. So yes, I sewed the camper, and now I've got a really tiny little baby car, and it's even a squeeze to get the doona in. So I know that I have a friend who can't even fit a doona in her Mini, and I understand because I have the doona and trying to I really have to wedge it down and up to maneuver it into my car with one seat down. One seat I have the car seat on that I got from Sheena, and I love the car seat. If I put both back seats down, that would be fine. I could put most things in there, but I need a seat for the baby. And Millie sits in the front and rides shotgun. She is strapped in and everything, so don't worry about her. And plus, I still need somewhere to put me shopping. I still have to go shopping. And anyway, so it was my birthday coming up. It was a week. It was a week moment, and I saw this half price, brand new, just damaged box. And I mean, I've taken it out a little bit now. Taken it out a few times. And look at the wheels, they're still pretty cool. And so I'm going to show it to you. This is all it came with. And it had all of like its tags now on. And I said to the girl, she said, I'll go and get the box. The box is tatty. And I said, no, I don't need the box as long as you're happy for me to wheel it out now. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, bonus, I could put me other shopping in it. And so she took it up to the till. We paid. I had my receipt. They stuck a sticker around it saying paid. And I brought it on. And that's it. Simple. I'm just so chuffed with it. I really, really am. It kind of reminds me of the car, of the pushchair that we got Rebecca. We bought her a pushchair when she was pregnant with Jack, and it has like a little bassinet with it, and it folds really small like this, and it's perfect for like I would do with this, light traveling. It's not good for taking your dog on a walk down the country lane. So Rebecca has my eye candy. So I had an eye candy Land Rover for my 50th. That's what I treated myself to. And Rebecca now has it for Jack, which is fantastic, isn't it? Because it's too heavy and it doesn't fit in my car. So win-win all around. And then in the spring, Jack is going to have the boys' Cassato stroller that I bought for my car. And I did think that I'd sold my girl Cassato, but I haven't sold it now. The lady can no longer have it now, unfortunately. So I am selling my girl's Cassato stroller for £100. And that's been outside probably about 3 times, which you will know because I always video. Anyway, so let's have a look at this one. I've had it a while now. Used it a few times, haven't even looked at the instructions because the girl pretty much showed me how to do it, and it's pretty easy and basic to do. It was all put up together. I didn't have to do anything to it. And I still couldn't figure out a lot of the things. So anyway, let's show you. It has been out of the car for a week or so now, so let's see if I can remember how to use it. Oh, because I had a lot of recycling to do. So it has a button here and it has a lever here. So you push in this button and lift this lever and you go like that. There we go. The handle is very high. I wouldn't be able to use this for hours and hours, but that's a small price to pay for everything else it gives me. And here is the seat. How do we lift the seat up there? So here it's got a little lever, and you lift it, the seat up like that, and there it is. Here is the bumper bar, so you just lift the bumper bar up like that. Ta-da! If you would like the seat to recline even more, you go da-da. I think that's fully down. There you go. So we're going to try fully down, aren't we, with then you've got sleepy mode, and then you've got high mode. I'm so used to not lifting a lever at the back. Anyway, you have to lift the lever at the back. But the most fabulous thing about this, which a lot of them don't do, is pushing the buttons. Pushing the button. And lift it off and turn it around. This just reminds me of my Switch. I love it. I just love that about it. That is what I wanted. Right, and then the hood. So for us reborn mummies, I'm sorry I am headless, but for us reborn mummies, we want the big hood. I always advocate the big hood. Look how much that completely covers. Toby hated it. But it was when I took Toby out, one very nice day, and so he did have to have it covered. And plus, if I don't want people looking in at my babies, I'm like, no, go away. I can look through this little hole here and see they're fine because it has mesh. It has all mesh through there. You just pop that back up. If you don't want the hood that far, there's a zip here that zips this bit up. So you just zip it up. There we go. Oh, and my fur fell off. I'll take my fur off anyway. I just put the fur on. It's for me. And it has then this little bit here as well, which is like a little sunscreen if you want it up there. But you can push that bit right back under. You don't have to have that if you don't want it. So this bit here is like the Bugaboo Bee. This is the bit I didn't like not the Bugaboo Bee, sorry, the Bugaboo Butterfly. This was the bit I didn't like. But when I sat Toby in there, it wasn't as bad as I've seen it. I love how upright they sit. In fact, I'll go and get one of the little ones now from in here. Abby, do you want to come? Yeah, say yeah. Oh, you've got those shoes on. You've got nothing on your feet. Annie hates having anything on her feet. So let's sit Annie in. Annie wears, oh, you have got something on your feet. You've lost one. Annie wears 6 to 9, 9 to 12, and 12 to 18 months trousers. That's why you normally see Annie in separates or a skirt or something like that. So there we go. You're going to sit there. I like how high up the bumper bar is. I have thought about adding something to the bumper bar so they can have a little snack and things on the go. But here's where the hood is. So if you are a Reborn mummy and you're like, no way, I don't want anybody seeing that this is actually a Reborn, well, tuck their arms in and cover them with a blanket. Nobody can see inside unless they really dip their head around. And this is why I love pushchairs with the bigger hoods. So you can have that up if you want, if you're confident. I love the fact this sits upright, which is what I love about a Wayfarer pushchair as well. But the Wayfarers the old Wayfarers are my favourite. Anyway. There we go. So even if I'm a little bit anxious, I can do that. If I'm a little bit more anxious, I can do that. And if I'm just like go away world, having a go away world kind of day, I can just go like that. And Annie can go to sleep. Ta-da! So that looks so much better. So Hannah, in her having her show me her Bugaboo Butterfly, that does look good, doesn't it? And I'll tell you what, it pushes smooth as butter. Oh, it is such a smooth, I mean, the wheels are so tiny. I was really like, oh, I don't know, the wheels are really tiny and pathetic. But it like glides. It is lovely. Yes, this is me. I'm 5'4", so the handlebar is very, very high. Ideally, I would like it here. So ideally, I would have probably liked this to bend. I mean, I have a thing where I could ask Russ to cut it and like weld it back together. But hey ho, I don't use it that much. I mean, it's been out of the car now for 2 weeks. So, because I've had stuff to take to the tip and things like that to do. So, there we go. What do you think, honey? Hey, is it comfy? Say it's very, very comfy. It's got like a mesh back as well, which is really good for the summer. Has a really good harness. And the seat goes up higher, doesn't it? So I'd like to put Frankie. I'd like to show you Frankie with the seat up higher. So you look at Annie in it. The seat is now up here. If I push the seat down, it's down there. So it would be nice to see Frankie in it. How do you actually... Ah, there it is. I keep thinking it's on the back. The lift up part is on here, but it's not. It's just literally in the hood itself. It just slots down the hood on the side here. The hood just goes down and up, down and up. So this should go up to an age 4-year-old child. We will try that out, not today. Hopefully we will be trying that out on the weekend when I go to the doll show and I take Frankie along. Look at that. If you're having not a good day, like I don't, but equally, Annie does look realistic in it, so long as you like think about how realistic you want a baby to look. Now, Annie is a very slouchy. She does like to sit up, but she also likes to kick her legs to the side. So if you look at, so if you're a reborn mummy and you're wondering how you can make your baby look realistic in a pushchair, have a look when you're out and about. See what babies do. It's a long time since I've had a baby in a pushchair, you know? So I just have a look. But I do know that one of mine always liked to ride like that. And then if you lie her back, whoa! Whoa! You are really lied back now, aren't you? Say now people would see you if we didn't have the hood up, wouldn't they? Now people would see you, but now they wouldn't. I am just absolutely enthralled with it. Thank you very much to the lovely Annabelle Daisy for demonstrating the pushchair today. Or let me put the brake on then and we'll get you out. I didn't strap her in, so it has a 5-point harness, which is really easy to use as well. Get your leg back up there, Missy. Hey, get my leg back up. Oh no, you don't want these slippers on, do you, either? Shall I give you a little extra tidbit, everybody? Not about the pram, but about me. Years ago, when Rebecca was a baby, I had a job working for Sheepskin Slippers. And this little tongue bit here, I used to stitch on here. I used to go to the factory, pick up the bits, go home, stitch it on, take it back to the factory. I've had many jobs in my time, and that was one of them. And we used to make them for Marks and Spencer's. So my Rebecca is 35, so that would have been like 33 years ago. I used to do all sorts of jobs. It's only now since I had my nervous breakdown that I've had not a job. Since before then, I've always worked. Anyways, that's a fun fact, Millie, isn't it, about your mum? You want to sit in Grumpy's chair, woman? You want to carry on reading that book you were looking at earlier, Peter and Jane? Yeah, woman. Millie wants to go back up on the sofa, and now I'm going to get this. So I kept thinking, you know, well, how am I going to put the babies in it? I really wanted to put the babies in it as well. And then I remembered that I had this insert. You can get an insert for this off of their website, Recaro. You can actually get the insert, but I have this eye candy insert. So one day when I was out with Sam, I think it would have been December, out with Sam, maybe, no, or it might have been before. It was on her birthday. Sam had one of her Reborns in her pushchair, and she had her, I think it was her eye candy insert in it, or another insert from another pushchair in it, and it just like went in there. Now this can all be strapped in. It's got the 5-point harness and that. I'm not doing that because I'm just going to show you. Let's see if I can bring you down now a bit closer to it. Can you see that? Yeah. So this is the eye candy newborn pod. So you would have put this inside the carry cot and things. It's super cozy. It's got such a lovely fleece in it. And there we go. See, Jack never needed this because I can't remember what the pushchair. I think it was called a dough fry. I think it's called a D-I-O-F-R-Y. I believe that's what it's called. I can't remember. But that had such a lovely bassinet, lined bassinet, that Rebecca never needed this. So I've only ever used this probably about twice. This raspberry thing. So there you go. I'm going to put James in it now. Just imagine that it's all strapped in, okay? So just imagine it's all strapped in, and I've got a little baby boy who currently is in this Paddington Bear sleeping bag. Now that would be way too much, unless it is really cold for a real baby, but just because I can, I'm going to put him in it now. Now don't forget, James is not real. He is a reborn. So follow all the instructions. If you've got a real child, follow all the proper instructions. So he would really be strapped in there. In fact, he wouldn't be able to be in this because this does not have any harness points. So he wouldn't actually be able to be in this in here. He would have to be harnessed in. So he would be in a snowsuit or similar. But I really wanted to see what it looked like with this in. Oh my goodness, look at that. And then you just put that up. And then I have got like a little pod look. Let me lift you up again now. Oh, so stiff. I tightened all the things up earlier. Very good. You see that? Look at that. Oh, baby boy. Yeah, are you comfy in there? I can look at him. He looks super cozy. See, and then so all of the straps then would all hold him in there. So it says from newborn to 4. Frankie wears 4 to 5, age 5 to 6 leggings. So we will see what Frankie looks like in another video in it. But I do like that. And I'm tempted to get these in different colours, but it's not, you don't need to now. It's spring. Look at you in there. Look at you in there, little fella. You look cute in there. See, we don't need to have that up. You just pop that up. And there you go. I really like it. I like it a lot. There we go. Yeah. So that's James in there. It's just such a smooth ride. Oh, I love it so much. Right, I'm going to take you out now then, mate, and then I'm going to fold it down. Let's take you out of there. So always read the recommended instructions, please, when you're using a real baby in it. I'm just showing you from a reborn mum's point of view. So the only thing is when you put it down, you have to make sure it's facing the other way. So you just click in these buttons here, here, turn it around, which is so easy. It literally just slots in there. I mean, this is me demonstrating it. It's got to be easy, hasn't it, to show you how easy it is. Oh, the bag. The bag underneath is amazing as well. It's so big for storage. I love that. You get in from behind. There, it's brilliant. There's the handle to carry it, Caroline. You dumbass. Read the manual, folks. Read the manual. Right, so push it in, and let's try that again, shall we, folks? Right. In, up, down. It's so alien. It's so alien to me to do this. Like for it to fold that way. So alien to me that it shouldn't be able to do that. Why is that? I don't understand then how you bring that up to carry it. Maybe it comes up through there. Aha. Maybe it comes up through there, look. Aha! Aha! Heave ho! Heave ho! It's off to work we go. Can you see that? There we go. Ta-da! 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 So I have this. Read the manual. The manual is in lots of configurations. It is really good. It is great. It is really a really good pushchair. I totally love it. I'm so pleased with it. So flipping pleased with it. So there we go. All right, Malane, we're not going out the door. There we go. We're not going out now. Push that back in because we don't need that. And there it is. Ta-da! Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da! Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da! Can you see that? It's a bit bright, isn't it, here? I don't know if you can see it. It's a bit bright. I thought I'd come here where it's a bit brighter, but now I'm thinking I maybe made a mistake and it's too bright. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'm not sure what's going to be the next video. Really interested in your thoughts on the previous video, though. I really would like to see those. And do you take your Reborn out? If you take your Reborn out, share your experiences in the comments below. I like to hear them. I like to know how people got on, and so do other people. Thank you very much for watching. I'm out of breath now. We'll see you in the next video. Rest, Caroline, rest. See you in the next video. Bye, everyone.